Welcome to the We've Been Drinking MMA podcast. I am Lousy,
I said backhand.
and we are going to talk about the first fight on the main card of the home Buena Silva card. And the first fight is Nazim Sadykhov versus Terrance Mckinney. I'm going Nazim for the win. I'm going to go with the distance as well. Going the distance.
Yep. For me, I'm just gonna go with Sadykhov straight up money line. He's minus 150, $150 to make $100. So I'm just gonna bet him outright money line.
Yeah. The last couple of fights with Terrance Mckinney has been a little bit questionable as far as his striking. And he's up against a guy that's a technical striker that can wrestle. And Terrance McKinney's an amazing wrestler. There's no doubt about it. I even talked about earlier, like in the year, like Terrance McKinney, watch out for this guy.
Yep.
He's dangerous.
He is definitely dangerous.
With his wrestling, and he just takes over. But this Nazim guy his striking, he'll get you out of there.
And he has a chin, too. He could take a lot of punishment. And he's just one of those guys that presses forward and throws a lot of strikes, a lot of combinations.
Yeah. This is probably going to be one of the fight of the nights because there's probably a lot of volume in this fight because I don't think it's going to be a lot of, like, take you down, like, with this man's takedown defense, Nazim's. I think it's going to be a stand and throw type fight. It's probably going to be a little bit of wrestling because that's what Terrance does.
Yeah, Sadykhov is 8-1, and his first professional fight he got subbed when he was like 26 years old, 25. Now he's 29. He's had like 4 or 5 years on a 8-fight win streak, 5-fight finish streak, 4-fight KO streak, and now he knows how to get up off the ground. He's got great balance. Just kind of one of those freak athletes that you just go, you see them like an Ilya Topuria, and you just go like, damn, he can get up off the ground. He just phenomenal athletic, prowess, and he goes forward. He does keep his his face covered with his hand when he punches, so he's got
head movement,
good technique, even though he's kind of a brawler.
Yes,
but he's a technical brawler.
Yes,
which is kind of like
just barreling through. He's timing his shots.
Oh yeah,
very well. So.
Got it all right. Leg kicks, punches, combinations in punches. He goes to the body. It's just a guy that you can bet on and like know that your money's going to be good against a guy like McKinney. McKinney just got KO'd in his last fight, and Sadykhov won a phenomenal fight where he ended up cutting his opponent in the third round. It was a very close fight, but Sadykhov was definitely kind of winning and in control a little bit. It was a technical brawling fight, and Sadykhov, that's where he shines. And in the third round, I think he cut him with like an elbow over the top or something like that, and the other guy got cut. They just stopped the fight. So Sadykhov is just on fire right now. Just one of those guys where, in my opinion, minus 200 probably makes more sense in this fight. Minus 150 is probably a steal because McKinney just got KO'd. Also, McKinney, his record is literally 100% finish rate.
So inside the distance.
Yeah, inside the distance. So I feel like for me, I want to bet Sadykhov straight up. But then also McKinney literally has like 15 wins. All of them are KOs and submissions, mostly submissions. And then all of his losses, his 3 or 4 losses, he gets either submitted or KO'd. So he either finishes the opponent or he gets finished. That's his record because he gets kind of reckless and he just kind of goes for the kill. And then so if it backfires, he gets KO'd.
He gets caught.
It
catches him or gets caught.
Oh, yeah. So like for me, I want to bet a large bet on Sadykhov because regardless of how this fight happens or McKinney smartens up after maybe getting hit a little bit and he just goes, okay, let me back up a little bit and start doing something different because Sadykhov is so dangerous. I feel like Sadykhov straight up, but then also a smallish bet on just inside the distance.
Yeah.
That it just doesn't go to a decision. And then what's great is that Sadykhov probably does KO McKinney eventually, and if McKinney does somehow KO Sadykhov, somehow you're hedged a little bit with a small bet.
Well, the way that McKinney is fighting, he's fighting like Bobby Green. The way he's just like, okay, I'm gonna get knocked out or I'm gonna knock you out.
Yeah.
Like hands down. Like what? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Show me something.
Yeah, I mean McKinney's one of those guys, talented, like good power, great power, but sometimes like he'll throw like a 1-2 or like a 3-punch combo, and if it's a 1-punch, he's good, but if it's just kind of like 3 punches, he gets a little reckless because he gets a little overexcited, too close to the opponent, and then his head usually gets countered. He's been countered so many times, and he either gets knocked out after he's winning a fight, like with Drew Dober. He's winning a fight, he knocks down Drew Dober, and then Drew Dober knocks him out because McKinney gets over aggressive.
Yeah.
And
and then against Bonfim, where you don't want to like do Unlike you want to be in and out with him.
Yeah.
Because with the power of Bonfim, he's going to get you out of there, and he did in the second round there.
So basically, McKinney, the difference is that McKinney likes to brawl, but he's not a technical brawler. But if you do kind of come in kind of lackadaisical with no defense, he'll KO you quickly with a counterpunch. So he's got great counterpunch power. But if you're smart like Sadykhov is, and you come in with your head covered, and you know how to like move your head out of the way and angle your head off to the side while you punch,
technical at all,
smart. Yeah, if you're technical at all, like you're gonna do fine against him. And if you have power, you can do really well against him. And Sadykhov has so many weapons. McKinney really just has. Well, McKinney does have some kind of freak, I think he can, throw some crazy knees, weird angles and stuff too. But most of the time, McKinney is just throwing some combinations recklessly. And Sadykhov is always having his hands up while punching. And even if he does take a punch, he does have his hand up. So he could obviously always get KO'd. But he's got, like we said, an iron chin. It's so hard to hurt him. He knows how to kind of angle off and move his head out of the way after he punches. So even if he does get hit, he doesn't take full force out of the counter punch from his opponent. So it's going to be a good bet, great bet.
Nazim's chin and Terrance's wrestling, I think it's going to go the distance. Even though Terrance, even though McKinney has like ridiculous getting people out, I think with the wrestling and Nazim's chin, I think it's actually going to go all three.
Because Sadykhov is different than anyone McKinney's fought. Because Sadykhov literally is a technical brawler that comes in at you and will actually force McKinney backwards. Usually McKinney goes forward.
Yeah.
And then will counterpunch and then throw some combinations, things like that. But Sadykhov will back him up instantly, and you think that will make McKinney turn into a wrestler.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I mean, like,
that could happen.
That's his bread and butter, McKinney, is his wrestling.
Yeah.
But, like,
a lot of subs.
He can throw.
Yep.
So
can.
It's gonna be a great fight.
If it's
regardless, I'm still going Nazim, but
Yeah.
I might stay away from the distance bet. But that's just what I think it's gonna go the distance.
Sure. Nazim definitely, Sadykhov for the win, and then how it's gonna happen, who knows exactly, but I got you on that. It's either this fight or the next fight, guys. Ozatar versus Prado is the next fight. One of these two fights is going to be fight of the night. Stay tuned for that fight and check that fight out.
That's please
gonna be
do.
Fun to,
it's going to be great.
Break
that
down and
barn
watch
burners.
the fight. It's going to be great. Appreciate the listening.